the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drill, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Stafford's pass.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a first and 10 at their own 16. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On second and 12, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And a pass complete here to Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete to Emmanuel.
23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
New Orleans.
Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Can't fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Saints 14. Patriots.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Michelle, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Michelle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun. 8. Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see that.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Will Lutz lining up for the point.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
For New Orleans.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Carter now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 32-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
20. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
22.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards. And the Saints first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bit, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Saints 28, Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird, 81 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first down at Stafford. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 times.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. The 30. Past the 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime. 76 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play. Leads to
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it was. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off for New Orleans.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. I think this is a free play for Newton. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 20. A big play there out of Kamara. 45 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up second and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll run. This is Kamara. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6 yards. And it's third down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
For the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch the edge.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there.
I'm coming. Kill.
Newton on first down. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Michel, they toss it out right to him. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Michel. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Under 10. 10.
They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
On the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately,
the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
37.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
New Orleans.
There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
9.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run it again with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3.